Hi boys and girls, we are going to be reading a book called Plane Rides. It is an informational text. This book is also an AR book, so I would encourage you to follow along and take an AR test after we are done. Again, if there are any questions on the AR test that you don't understand, please rewind and read the book again with me so that you can answer the question correctly. So this book is called Plane Rides by Pamela Walker. This is the table of contents. It tells us where each chapter begins. So as you can see, there's chapter 1, it's at the airport, and it begins on page 4. So if I were to go to page 4, that's where chapter 1 would begin. So now I'm going to start reading. I'm at the airport with my dad. We are going on a plane ride. The pilot shows me where he sits to fly the plane. This room is called the cockpit. It's at the front of the plane. Our tickets tell us where to sit. I like to sit next to the window. Now it is time to buckle our seatbelts. My dad asks, "Are you ready for our plane ride?" I say, "Yes." I hear the engine start up. The plane moves toward the runway. We are getting ready to take off. The plane is going very fast. We leave the ground. We are going up into the air. We are flying. I look down and see tiny houses and roads. The cars and trucks look like toys. We eat lunch on this plane ride. I get a sandwich and milk. The plane lands. The pilot says goodbye to us. I can't wait for my next plane ride. The end. So, when we were reading this book, there were some words that were highlighted, and those are our new words, and those are words that they thought maybe you didn't know what they were, because, they're specific to airplanes. Well, not really. Some of them are and some of them aren't, but they just wanted to define them for you. So I'm going to read the definitions for these words so that you know what they are, just in case you didn't know while we were reading. The first word is airport. Airport is a place where planes take off and land. The next word is cockpit. That's the room where a pilot sits and steers the plane. A pilot is the person who flies the plane. A runway is the long road from which the plane takes off. Seat belts are belts that lock around your waist in a seat. Takeoff is when a plane lifts off the ground and begins to fly. Okay, and here's another text feature. It's called the index, boys and girls, and this is, again, where you can find these words. So the word airport, for example, if I wanted to learn more about an airport and I wanted to see where they talked about the airport, I would go to page 4 and I would find that word. So let me go to page 4, and there's our word airport. Okay. So again, this is an AR book, and I have some questions for you to think about. My first question is, have you ever been on a plane? And if you have, where did you go? And my next question is, if you haven't flown on a plane, where would you want to fly to? Thank you for listening to Plane Rides by Pamela Walker.